And tell us about the story of the cotton field. The cotton field, when you go out in the cotton field.
Oh, Daddy hired extra people when we were picking cotton, and I didn't have to pick, which I'm glad, because it scratches your hands. But he said he wanted me to be the water girl and keep everybody with plenty of cold water. And so I had time to be aggravating, and I aggravated this one lady that we hired her every year, and she was what they called then an old maid. She was beyond 25, and now they don't call them that, thank goodness. But anyway, she wouldn't tell her age, and my mother had told me, she said, "Now make sure you never ask her how old she is." Well, that was wasted time, and I would wait till everybody would be real quiet, concentrating on picking the cotton. I'd say, "Oh, Cora, refresh my memory. How old did you say you were?" And she'd say, "I didn't say." And she cut me off, and then everybody would just die laughing. And my dad told me one day eating breakfast, he said, "So help me, if you start aggravating Cora today, you're going to be in big trouble, and you're not going anywhere for 2 or 3 weeks." Well, I was okay. I was real good for 2 or 3 days, and then I said it again. And my dad got so tickled he couldn't correct me. And everybody was. They knew how she did not want to tell her age. So there is fun to be had in the cotton patch.
Until about, this is a story that I just learned last year about you smoking the grapevine.
Oh, yeah. When we wasn't harvesting or picking cotton or doing anything, it was boring. We didn't have toys like people have now, bicycles, and we didn't have all that. And so I was really bored, and I had went to my first movie about 2 days before this, and I thought that was the neatest thing when I saw this lady light a cigarette and puff on it and blow it out, the smoke out. I thought that was so neat. So I had heard that some people use grapevine. So, and our living room, which they called the parlor back then, you didn't go in there unless you had guests. That room was just stayed nice and clean, and so I decided, they were real busy. My cousins came down from Lawrenceburg, Tennessee to relieve Agnes and Evan and help with Mama. And so there was nobody there my age. And all them 3 girls were the same age. And I had nobody to play with, and I got bored, and I went and broke the grapevine off, and I lit it, closed the door. And I heard my dad say, "Irma, do you smell smoke?" She said, "Well, yeah, I do. I was getting ready to ask you that." And I didn't. I kept the door closed. And then I heard him call one of my cousins from Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, that was staying overnight with us. And he said, "Martha, do you smell smoke?" And she said, "Well, yeah." She said, "By the way, where's Joe?" And they called my name 4 or 5 times, and it's kind of like you tell a lie, but you don't want to own up to it. And the longer you wait, the worse it gets. So I really was in a tight spot. I didn't know what was going to happen. And finally, my dad, he'd gone in every room, kitchen, backyard, and he opened that door and he said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I'm smoking like they did in the movie." And he said, "But you're not in a movie." And so he gave me a few lashes. He really didn't hurt me, but he gave me, hurt my feelings. He gave me a few lashes and told me that I wasn't going to go anywhere for 2 or 3 weeks. I had to stay home. I didn't even get to go to church.
Oh my goodness.
That's bad when you're too bad to go to church. And so I never did that anymore. But I was in this real nice chair, it was almost a new chair, and I had my feet propped up, and I was really cool. I thought.